Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I was just laughing to myself because I have wanted for so long to be able to film like this angle. I don't know why, I just have. And in our old room there was not enough space between the bed and the wall. And guys, the amount of times I got bruises from walking around the bed, it's such a tight gap, and like smashing my thigh into the bed, which is like that wood there. And I just had this sudden like wave of gratitude, like I have that space now. This is amazing. Oh. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a story time, as I promised in my recent question and answer Q&A video, which was very raw and honest. I didn't mean to get upset in the first one. I just get these waves of how is this, like this is real, it's amazing. So yeah, this is going to be a story time all about the story of how we got this house and essentially how I manifested my dream house. And I know I'm not even going to apologize for it, because if you've clicked on this video you might be a little bit interested in it. I know it's not for everyone, people might not want to watch it, that's okay. If you don't believe in it, that's okay guys, we're all different people. It's just what I believe and how this house came to be in our existence. Also, lots of you have asked for this video, so hopefully you enjoy it and it just gives you maybe some hope or some insight, or just maybe a little bit of something else to think about that you might not think about before. And yeah, hope really, because it is a story of hope from the beginning to the end and not giving up. I've done a couple of law attraction videos and manifesting videos, so if you haven't seen those before and that is why you stumbled across this video because you wanted to learn more about manifestation or just some happy stories of manifestation, then check out the links in the description bar. But if you're just here for the story time about the house, that's okay too, just take it for that part. And yeah, if you're new here and you haven't ever watched my channel before, please do think about subscribing, because I love sharing videos with you guys and being able to reach more and more people in this community. I upload 3 times a week, everything from money, living your best life on a budget, house stuff, organisation, just so many things. So hopefully you'll find something over here on this channel that you enjoy watching. Without further ado, we can get into the video. Again, sorry if it's too echoey in here, I hope it's not. Let's go, shall we? Okay, so starting off with a bit of a kind of background about how we found this house, because obviously if you've watched our first time buyers house buying videos, you've seen that there are lots of videos in the series because it went on for a long time and we just couldn't find anywhere. Towards the end we were, sorry that's really annoying me that it's not absolutely, sorry, that was really annoying that it was off center. So basically how the house came about was, it's something that I'd driven past lots and lots, and I saw it was being renovated and I saw it was getting lots of work done, and I was very excited, like to see, you could see little glimpses of it because I was always walking past, so I kind of felt a bit of an affinity to it anyway in the first place. And then basically one night I was dropping my friend home and I saw the sale boards go up and I was like, oh my god, this is for sale. What the heck, they're selling it. So I immediately the next day phoned the estate agent and they were like, it's not actually on the market yet, we're just doing the plans and we're writing up about it. And I just didn't, I was a dog with a bone, I didn't let it go until they gave me a viewing or information on it. So basically I phoned maybe 3 times, and even to the day when we bought it, when it all went through, he was like, I still, imagine how many calls they get every day. He said, I still remember so vividly, I've never had someone so keen on a house before, and I just remember it so well that you just called so much you wouldn't let it go. And I just felt like this was the house. I was like, this is it, this is the house. So after I did that, you would have seen on the videos, it was the one that I sent the letter to. So I'd never done this before, and I would never, there's kind of 2 schools of thought, and I guess, you know, if you're selling a house, you don't want unsolicited letters coming through the door, completely understand that. But lots of people did say to me in the past videos, like, just write them a letter. But that was before the market was mental, like it's gone crazy since we started looking. I just felt compelled to do so. And in the letter I wrote, I'm sorry if, I think I wrote something like, I'm sorry if this is really out of the blue or a bit much, but I just know I would kick myself if I didn't do that, because I would just be so upset with myself if the reason we didn't get the house was because I wouldn't write this letter, or didn't want to like put myself out there and be, you know, embarrassed by doing something like that. So from that, we had like a communication on message, and she was very, very lovely and very like official, just said like, just go through the estate agent. I completely understand that. And she wished us well and all that sort of stuff. So that was nice. And then from that, obviously we had contact details. Time went on, and you know, the normal process you would have seen in the videos, I won't go over it again, but we put an offer on, and obviously we had the viewings and stuff, put an offer on. This is crazy, and I don't think I should admit this, but Stu was actually running an event on the day that we had the viewing, so he couldn't come, but he knew how much I loved it, and he knew how much he respected that decision, that it was the right one, because we'd seen so many houses, we knew what each other wanted, he'd seen the video, so the estate agent didn't have any photos. And what he did, he sent me the video tour, because during like the lockdown period, they would do video tours rather than, you know, face to face, going around it physically. And so he was like, I'm really sorry, I haven't got any photos, but I have got this. And I was like, this is more than I could have ever wished for. The detail of the video, I was living it, I was in there. I felt like I could really visualize us being there. And I was so thrilled, I screamed. If you watch that video, I was beside myself with excitement. I am freaking out. I've just been trying to do some breathing because I am freaking out. I'm taking the bull by the horns. Don't know if you can tell, I'm freaking out. I've written them a card, guys. I've written them a 2-page card, just explaining that their house is so beautiful, and look, never hurts to keep looking for sunshine, because I feel like this is it. This is like the perfect card for them. And Stu had seen that, he'd seen all the video, he'd seen, like, you could feel like you were there. And this is really how people were buying houses in lockdown. This is not, you know, it's not conventional, but it was something people were doing. So he had enough of a feel of it. He knew exactly how I felt and how he kind of would feel the same. I don't know, we've been together a long, long time, like 14, 15 years. I think like when you get that connection with someone, you know how they feel. So anyway, we then put the offer in, and so it went back and forth, and it was a lot. It was back and forth and back and forth, and we put our bid up 3 times, and we just kept going higher. And in the end, we, as you saw in the video, we just said, we just can't go any higher. It's too much for us. So we had to be sensible, and it was really heartbreaking. And we said, you know, this is our final offer. And it was with the seller to decide. And then it was like overnight, didn't get any sleep again. Like I went so many weeks without sleep. And it went on for quite a long period of time, actually, this little section. And I actually was filming the videos, and I hadn't put the video out like on the right time scale, because I just knew, that it wasn't the answer, it wasn't the end. So I said, so the estate agent called the next day, and they said they've thought about it loads and they've actually gone with the other buyers. But I didn't take that as a no. I just didn't believe it. I just knew, and I don't want to get upset because it's so powerful how much I believed that this was the one. And no tears today, Lara. It's weird because I don't cry. I'm not a crier, and then I cried last video, and I'm a little bit weepy in this one. But it's just the powerfulness of it. I had put the bid, the offer in, and it got like the last one. We were with the mortgage advisor, and we were saying, well, how much can we get? Like realistically, can we get more? And in the end, we just said no. We just can't. That's it now. And then the estate agent was like, well, I'm going to have to accept the other person's offer, and that was a bit like. Oh, like to the heart. That was harsh, because I was really truly gonna believe, I was truly thinking that they would say, actually no, they're gonna go with you. They were just really trying to get that extra bit, which is totally understandable. But yeah, he was like, we're gonna have to accept the other offer, and I was like, oh, okay, that's harsh. But I didn't put the video out on the right time scale, because I just knew that this wasn't the end. And in the last video of that, I said, this isn't the last of it, this is not the end. And here we are, and I just knew so wholeheartedly that it wasn't going to be the end of the story. Anyway, so we did lose it, and that is when I started to manifest and to visualize and to really believe that I could make this house into existence in our universe. And that sounds crazy, but if you believe in the law of attraction, manifestation, thoughts become things, you'll understand how powerful it is, your visualization. So conscious of the time, basically I would visualize myself stood in the kitchen, the children would be there, I would be cooking the dinner, I'd ask them a question, like the detail, the finite detail of how I would imagine us living there. I would imagine like having a shower. In our shower in the old house, I would stand in the position of the new shower and I would like have my shower, even though it was like against the wall or something, because I was visualizing in the new shower where I would be stood. And just details like that, because before this came about, I was really struggling to visualize the house, and I knew I wanted to visualize I should visualize what I wanted the house to look like to be able to make it reality, but I couldn't quite pinpoint exactly what I wanted. So I'd visualize like the floor plan and where things were, but I was struggling with that little bit. And it was when we had this one on the table, as it were, that suddenly I knew exactly what to visualize, if that makes any sense. Like the standing in the kitchen, standing in the shower, because it was exactly that situation that I wanted. Basically, I just never doubted it. I knew that something would change. And as you saw from a video, and obviously I had to kind of like bolt them together because it happened over quite a long period of time, but I didn't want to jinx it. And I was saying the dates in the video, but obviously I didn't upload them until later. And lots of people were like, this happened so quickly in like February. I'm like, the video had Christmas tree up. Like you can tell that it wasn't just the other day. Like my hair was longer or shorter, or like it was all very different. But because I was saying the whole time through, like the dates that we thought we were working towards, but I guess some people don't like pick up on that stuff maybe. But it was quite a long time in between us getting the call to moving in. And I did document that whole process, but it's a long old wait. And actually we didn't even have to wait that long. Like some people wait months. Like some people got in touch to say they're like 6 months down the line. Devastating story. Someone told me that they'd exchange and they're waiting to complete, and something really terrible happened to the old owners and they lost their house. It's just awful. It's such a tense time. So I shared the video of telling Stuart that I'd got the phone call to say, like, the house could be yours if you want it. Do you still want it? And I just knew that call was coming. I didn't falter in my belief. And I think that's the difference in it coming true. And I know that probably sounds stupid. Maybe it was going to happen anyway, but honestly, the letter made a difference. The fact that we had the contact with each other made a difference. The fact that she was so lovely, and we in turn were so grateful to have this house. And I feel like it's easier to leave a house that you love and that you've put so much work into if you know that it's going to someone that's going to love it. And we had that contact and it just all fell into place. And I think what I'm trying to say in a very convoluted way is that all roads led here. Every house that we lost, every heartbreak, every roller coaster was because this house wasn't ready. We weren't ready for this house. We wouldn't have been able to afford this house if it happened when we first started trying to buy a house, because financially we weren't there yet. And it feels as though we potentially would have not had our dream home or a perfect home if we'd gone for something 2 years ago when we were trying initially, or 3 years when we first tried. That it might have been something that we would have grown out of quicker or something like that. Obviously we would have made money on it because of the market going up so much, but all roads led here, and all roads, everything that failed was because this one was the house. And like the cost has like painfully gone up in price, but we couldn't have afforded this back then because of our budget. Our deposit wasn't big enough, but it's then the 2 years in between of saving like mad, dedicating so much, spending so little, got us to this point where we then had like the leap up to get the house that we just so thrilled to have. And I just feel like it's a dream come true. I really do. So yeah, the reason none of the others worked out really, because this was the one. And it wasn't ready when we were ready, if that makes any sense. It was still being worked on, so we couldn't have bought it back then. So although it was heartbreaking and we lost, you know, we've had to spend so much more money. I can't, like, it's scary to think of, but it's something that we won't need to move from, and that we've financially got to a position where we could do it. So I think as like a final message in this very long video talking about this, and I hope it's been interesting because lots of people have been asking lots of questions about it, is just don't give up. And that sounds like, oh, it's very well saying that, but honestly, don't give up. If you have something in your mind that you want, just keep believing it's real, because with the law of attraction, the things already exist. It's attracting it to you, no different to the law of gravity. It's the law of attraction. So if you think of it, that it's happened, that it's real, that you're living in that moment, and visualize yourself, picture yourself doing it, journal yourself. I would literally journal in the evenings, and I would say, today I would like basically talk about something in real time, like we did. Stuart and I did a workout in the kitchen, and like visualizing how that would look. And now we're actually doing it. Like, I keep getting these waves of like, oh my God, I wrote this down in my diary, like my journal. I said that this would happen, and now it's happening. And I can't, obviously you can tell it means a lot to me, because I don't know. Just don't give up, because it's just around the corner. You don't know how long it might take you, but it's there. Just keep believing. So yeah. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here and watching and putting up with me chatting about manifestation when it might not be something you care about or are interested in, but it's really been the world of difference to me and Stu, and we are just so grateful to be here. Like, it's Friday tomorrow, and I just can't wait just to have family movie night and just snuggling up together. And I just thank our lucky stars. Stu and I constantly saying, like, we're so grateful to be here. We can't believe it's actually real. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know in the comments any questions that you have or any other videos you'd like on the matter. And thanks for being here and helping make this dream come true. I'll see you soon. Bye.